Now wow, people wey supposed talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. He go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. Can in the touchlight every corner, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Sure. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. This one not they off in mind, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day, then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say, make we no talk. But thank God say, Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. My people make you shout, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the.
Oh, ye do I fall. Oh, Mary, one in this one in Abakare, Mama Baora, Unlawful, Mary, Nnamdi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two. Now Python that's a three. Unlawful, Mary, Nnamdi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two. Now Python that's a three. Unlawful, Mary, Nnamdi go onye do I walk. O Mary wone nizu mbiro ya Abakare Mamanda Mora Unlawful Mary Nnamdi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two. Now Python that's a three. Unlawful Mary Nnamdi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two. Now Python that's a three. Unlawful Mary Nnamdi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two. Now Python that's a three. Unlawful Mary Nnamdi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two. Now Python that's a three. Unlawful Mary Nnamdi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two. Now Python that's a three. Unlawful Mary Nnamdi.
Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, good evening to you from wherever you are joining us from. This is Maiyegun live. Nnamdi Kanu is free. His abduction is illegal. Your leaders are going to jail, except if they quickly save face. Share the broadcast.
Lórí Facebook, And yes, we like you. Lórí YouTube. And yes, we like you.
The real Nnamdi Kanu, ladies and gentlemen.
My name is Nnamdi Kanu, and the reason why we're here today is to protest the killing of innocent women and children, and men for that matter, all over Nigeria, especially in the northern part of Nigeria. We are not happy, we are not pleased with what is happening, and that is why we're here today. As you can see, there are a lot of Nigerians who are protesting about the killing of families, people who are determined to tear the country apart violently, and it is not something that we support. It is not something that we would like to see continue, and we are here today to send a clear message to the Nigerian government, through the High Commissioner, that what is happening in the country is unacceptable, and we cannot accept it. If that continues, it will lead to the violent disintegration of the country. There will be no more Nigeria for anyone to go to. There will be no Nigeria for anyone to refer to. In fact, what is happening in Somalia today will be like a tea party. So we cannot allow this nonsense to continue. Something has to be done, and the consequences of the actions of terrorism in Nigeria must be driven home to the people, so that even the terrorists themselves will be able to understand that there is no mileage in where they're going. The only thing they can accomplish is the breakup of Nigeria. If they think that they can cower people, if they think they can force people to be coerced into a religion which is not theirs, then they are clearly mistaken. We are asking for peace. We are asking for people to get together. We are asking for everybody who loves Nigeria, who is associated with that country, to please prevail upon terrorism in Nigeria, so we can bring it to an end. That is why a multitude of Nigerians are gathered here today. Those of us in the UK are determined to work with the government for peace. We are determined to work with the Council Committee for peace. But one thing we cannot stomach is a repeat of 1966. What is happening today in Nigeria was the reason why Nigeria fought a bitter civil war for 3 years between 1967 and 1970. If this continues, there will be another civil war in Nigeria. And this time around, no place will be safe in Nigeria. This time around, nobody will be safe in Nigeria. So it is imperative that everybody who has the interest of the country at heart acts now and immediately to stop this nonsense from continuing.
That is the Nnamdi Kanu that they don't want you to know or see ever. The one that finally realized that whatever is happening to Nigeria is not by accident. It is completely by the orchestration of those who are the gatekeepers of Nigeria. He raised the alarm over 10 years ago. But what did Nigeria do? They decided to silence him. So what court said today, let's start from there, because the question most people are asking right now is that, okay, so when are they going to release him? Okay, when is he going to be released to don't worry. Tonight, you and I, all of us, will put all the pieces together. We will also identify or acknowledge the mine on the road to this freedom, and what we believe should be the next line of action for those who have tried and they have failed to silence those whose injustice in Nigeria, inequality in Nigeria, and so many other vices that has torn Nigeria apart have pushed to demand to leave Nigeria. The injustice continues. So we can tell them, what should they do next? But like we say, or like we do always, we can preempt them too. Do you know what makes APC, Egbekegbe, and Boko Haram's government and the rest of them so empty? It is because they are so easy to predict. Now, let's start from the genesis. In case, if this is the first time you are having an opportunity to know this story, no matter what you have been told, no matter the lies you have been fed with over the years, and no matter the level of your own Stockholm syndrome, I can help rejig your memory. And the journey to the illegality, the crime that Nigeria committed, international crime. But because Nigeria is a lawless place, where they have lawless people that are empowering other lawless criminals as their leaders. Many of you Nigerians, you are a bunch of lawless people. So it's not shocking that the criminals leading you are as lawless as you can imagine. The journey. You see me now, I remember I used to remind you that, you see this my microphone, and this camera phone, this camera pointing at me, and everything I am saying or doing on this platform, in Nigeria, in the rest of the world, it is called the free speech, which none of them has any criminal nature in them, except incitement. We'll get to that part. The fact that you have the courage to turn on a camera and a microphone and you start addressing the rot in the Nigeria establishment, the one that almost everybody knows about, but hypocrisy will never let them admit to majority of them. Like we say, the country of mad people, where abnormalities are always normal to them. So the journey started from is insulting our leader. He has been demarketing Nigeria. Oh, he's been threatening our leaders from abroad. I mean, the right thing to do is to get this guy and they should do something about this guy. Oh. So expectedly, in a lawless country like Nigeria, there is already awaiting mob, the ass lickers of their own oppressors, right? Who are ready, asking, please give him to us. Let's lynch him. If you can't lynch him, let's kill him for you. For all he's saying. So this jolted Nigeria to the point that they started making mistakes. What is Biafra agitation? Let's start from that. In Nigeria, they will make you believe, as an outsider, they will make you believe that Nigeria is one united country. That is not true. Okay? Everyone in Nigeria knows about our division, and we know the reasons why. But let me not waste your time. The reasons why we have a divided Nigeria, as you are witnessing today, is because nobody, no single person from any part of Nigeria, right, can confirm to you that Nigerians, so all of us, 250 ethnic nationalities crammed together in a single place, expected to be united and progressive for 62 years. You know what happened? When our forebearers signed up for Nigeria, they signed up for autonomous regions in Nigeria, which allowed everyone to develop, grow according to your own dictates, your own pace, and whatever you have up there to develop yourself, so to say. So we were forced together with one false, fraudulent picture out there, one united Nigeria. The people of Igbo land, especially Eastern Nigeria, who were those who first conducted the first referendum post-independence of Nigeria, they came together. They elected to leave Nigeria rather than Nigeria to allow them go under a democratic setting, autonomous regional. No. It led to a genocide that no single person is punished for that. Rather, the killers, the genocidists, they were rewarded with higher offices and wealth. So after the war, started a new war, Cold War. On paper, we are one Nigeria. But in reality, everybody knows their place. In the last 7 years, Nigerians have come to the better reality of what they have been shying away from for so long. And that is playing out in their charade election as we speak. Yes. Ethnic, tribe, and every other thing that they forcefully forced together in a pretentious manner to say they are one, they are united, even without anybody's consent. APC, Egbekegbe came in. Buhari, who is also a beneficiary of the genocidal war, never punished. Rewarded and re-rewarded again. Like I said, the war ended in 1970. But Nigeria, the rest of Nigeria, including my own people where I come from, psychologically, they are still at war with the people of Eastern Nigeria. Psychologically. And that has now become something that is now manifesting more. The lies that will tell you, are you guys really united with all this, your rhetorics and all that? So the Biafrans became the targets of APC. Egbekegbe. Nnamdi Kanu, his camera phone and his microphone, and then a platform called Biafra Radio Biafra, where is propagating and talking more on what Nigeria truly is. Some of them so shocking that people actually have to learn how to hate him. You know that? When they begin to say, oh, they love to be victims. They always like to complain. The war is over. Let us move on. But it is not over. In the end, the head of most of your parents in Nigeria, you know that. And there are many, many of you that have also been told, and the same vial have been passed down to many generations after that, Abi. And today, you can no longer hide them. Nigeria won't let them go. And Nigeria will never let them take any active participation in the leadership of the country. That is an unwritten code that they are hiding as a indivisible united agreement. Who signed that agreement? What are the conditions? So Nnamdi Kanu appealed to the young Biafrans who have always been interested in their history, and not just interested, they are more interested in never repeating that same history, especially what their parents went through. Now, to the rest of Nigeria, it is annoying. You get that? Because there was never a closure. What the Nigerian government did after massacring over 5 million people, today, if you are not a Biafran, if you are not from Igbo land, this is just a way to, they keep people all the time. You know what I mean? Because you've never really walked in their shoe, because you are made to feel that way. Now, it became an offense for an average Biafran to start talking about their losses, or begin to express their disgust, their personal dislike for Nigeria. That became something that became annoying to other Nigerians who are not from eastern part of Nigeria. I'm telling you all of this so that you can have the background, the background detail of why all of this is happening. Is there unwritten? They never talk about them. Oh, don't talk about it. But when Buhari came back, you know what he said? Nnamdi Kanu is trying to do what his own forefathers did. According to Buhari, we were supposed to have wiped them off completely since 1967 to 1970. We should have completely wiped them off. The war, the genocide was so bad, that what really killed millions of people is the coordinated, organized state blockade that blocked food. That blocked the access of civilians, children, women to food supply. That was what killed most people. We should have wiped them off. So Buhari came back with that revenge. Nnamdi Kanu automatically received a target on his back. That target was that, listen, this guy wants us to fight another war. He wants us to kill more people. Okay, if that's what they want, then we will do it, because we always wanted to do it anyway. Making all the legitimate reasons the profiling of Igbos and their businesses in Nigeria, the political cap they put on Igbos in Nigeria, and so many other things that are happening within the system that those who are Igbos themselves are so afraid to even publicly acknowledge all these discriminations and all that. So some people are not taking it light. I mean, they're not taking it low. Young generation of Igbo became listeners to Nnamdi Kanu, who was teaching them the exact thing that happened in your history. That is something Nigeria wanted buried, because you will never, ever follow it up and never become angry. And your anger is always going to end up in one place. Wherever our parents left it, we would continue from there. Automatically, a camera phone, flags, microphone, selfie sticks, they became instruments of terrorism according to the lawless Nigeria under APC. And what should we do? Let's target this guy and see what we can do and kill as many people as we can. And if he wants to fight war and if he wants us to start war, then we'll start there and start killing everybody, because the Igbos are not going anywhere. And we're not listening to whatever is making them demand for Biafra. Hello? In the UK, Scotland, Wales, and even Northern Ireland are now demanding for, they have always been demanding for a referendum. So referendum is not new to the Igbos. It's only the people who have no say whenever that happens that are really, really paranoid. So Nnamdi Kanu visited Nigeria in 2015, just barely 6 months after Buhari and APC came in. And then breaking news. Oh, we have arrested this IPOB broadcaster from London who want to fight Nigeria, this or that, enemy of Nigeria. He want to take the Igbos out of Nigeria, this and that. So it became the sensation. Nnamdi Kanu has been arrested. Oh, what happened? He wasn't arrested. He was also kidnapped. Same thing they tried or they did in Kenya. They targeted, there was no court, there was no warrant for his arrest, there was no allegation of any crime, but they said he was asking Biafrans to read their history and stop believing the lies that they are part of Nigeria, when all of us know none of us is part of Nigeria. We are just part of a contraption put in place, not because they have our interest in it. And every time we want to say, let's have our say in it, there's always going to be bloodshed, because no, you can't have that. It's unacceptable. They kidnapped him in Lagos and took him to Abuja in their effort to set the motion for what will later come as the second genocide against the Igbo people in Nigeria. A crime that is documented, and every participant, you might see them as heroes today, you might see them as your leaders today. Well, everything they did is documented, and in appropriate time they will be called to answer, like what you saw today. So they kidnapped him. If you say somebody committed a crime, then you must have had evidence of that crime. They took him to court. When they appeared in their court after almost a year, guess what they accused Nnamdi Kanu of? That Nnamdi Kanu came to Nigeria with some sophisticated broadcasting equipment that he wanted to use to broadcast Biafra radio or Radio Biafra for the breakup of Nigeria. And because of that, he has committed a treasonable felony. Meanwhile, they were building presidential palaces for their would-be repentant terrorists in Nigeria back then. So Nnamdi Kanu, yes, arrest him, kill him. He's the enemy of Nigeria. He's the reason why we no get petrol. He's the reason why I no get job. It's because of this IPOB that we have Fulani terrorists killing people everywhere. Oh, it's because of this IPOB that we have no electricity. Oh, in fact, it's because of them. Kill him, Jare is our enemy. The Olori Burukus were celebrating even when the criminal leaders were committing crimes. The criminal leaders, your leaders, terrorist leaders of yours. That they are doing it in Nigeria doesn't mean it's legal, okay? And but they couldn't prove anything. Ladies and gentlemen, for years, they couldn't prove anything. Finally, for face saving, election was coming in 2019. Omo, we would let this guy go, Jare, so that we'll see, maybe they can talk to him and let him calm down. Anything that he wants, we'll give to him and all this, and let him calm down. They were still committing the crimes, killing people. So they put together the abracadabra bail, and they said they are giving him bail. And he must not be seen with more than 5 people. And he must not do live broadcast. He must not do radio Biafra. He must just go and relax and not do anything. Which kind of judgment be that? You would have to kill him if you want Nnamdi Kanu to stop talking. I mean, he's done so much great work that even though they have made you see the negative part of his messages, okay? But one thing you can never change, one thing they can never rewrite is that Nnamdi Kanu is not the source of everything that every one of you is going through in Nigeria today. Do you understand that now? I hate this Kanu. I hate this Kanu with passion. Why do you hate Nnamdi Kanu? He says something about my tribe. As a Yoruba man, I hate him. Orieti Daru. He is not the source of your frustration. He is not the source of your unfortunate existence. The people who made that happen are the people. The Barnabas. Give us the Barnabas and this. How did they talk him? So they picked him for 2 years. APC destroy your lives for 7 years. Anyway, that's just by the way. They had no evidence. They said a lot of things in their media. Nnamdi Kanu has hired this, he has hired that. So they finally let him go. That was the first kidnapper attempt that made them believe that they could get away with anything. So what happened after? He must not be seen with anybody. How dare you? There's somebody that controls the attention of over 100 million people, the Igbos and non-Igbos alike. Shemadini, even if you are building a China in Nigeria, are you sure everybody's going to live in the concentration camp? But the idea was that he is the most dangerous man. And what makes him dangerous? He has a radio Biafra, and then he also has a Facebook platform, Twitter platform, where he continues to give it to Nigeria the way they never wanted it. You wanted propaganda? The young people gave it to them. But bring evidence of any crime committed. There is no evidence. Now, I don't know which side you belong to, but to this day, there is still no evidence. So they released him. Before you know it, they couldn't contain him. Now, this time around, the plan is that let us just kill him. Let's kill him, and then there's going to be riots. Some people are going to, you know what I mean? So then we're going to kill them too. Okay? And if they are not careful, we'll declare state of emergency. So last, we will declare ceasefire. And we'll beg there, okay, sorry, Shebi, Nnamdi Kanu, we don't kill him, so forget and all that. So that was their plan B when they released him. Because Nnamdi Kanu came out and said, I have committed no crime. Up to this moment, Nigeria hasn't come out to say, this is your crime. This is the evidence of your crime. No single one. So they were keeping him illegally. So they had to let him go. So in September 2017, Nnamdi Kanu was due back in their courts just about 30 days prior. 30 days from that day. They sent their soldiers from nowhere. Court released him on bail. They sent their soldiers. They killed 28 people that day. The video, the torture, the picture, they are still online. They are still online everywhere if you want to see them. I am giving you the timeline of the crime your roguish terrorist leaders have committed And the news you heard today is just to tell them that when you find yourself in a hole, ladies and gentlemen, the right thing is for you to stop digging. If there's anything left for Malamu and Buhari right now, they should stop digging their own graves. They should release him, right? They killed 28 people at his house in Abia. Yeah. So he narrowly escaped assassination. Guess what followed? Like what they did to Oloye Sunday Igboho. They declared him wanted. You wanted to kill somebody. He ran for his life. And then you declared him wanted. So at that moment, Nigeria judiciary received a big stab on their chest, a big slap on his face. Lady Justice, they remove her cover, then give him punch. He no fit cry. Courts gave somebody bail. He is due back in court in a month, and you send killers after him, and you think that is like normal? It's not normal. So for almost 2 years, Nnamdi Kanu continue to connect and link up for those who have shown positive, support for the legitimacy of his campaign. In Nigeria, you don't want Igbos to go, but you don't want them to lead Nigeria. No be madness be that. Igbos cannot be president in Nigeria, right? But Igbos cannot leave Nigeria. So tell me, if you have to say that publicly, is that not madness? I'm just asking, but that's just that, yeah? When Nnamdi Kanu resurfaced, he took his, fire shot to a new level by reminding you that look, this Mumumadu Buhari, they don't clone him. Now fake you. Now Jibril Al-Sudani. As you are seeing him so, Buhari is dead. That thing, as much as some of you will say, oh, it's nonsense, but many of you, that got you curious. It got you so interested. Even in Buhari, you started paying attention to him. You started getting to see more of the hideous things that they are keeping away from him, including his worsening their situation. That is not something nice for those who wanted to continue to paint the picture of invincibility. That changed everything. Jibril Al-Sudani, guess what? It got so bad. It got so bad that whenever Buhari meets other world leaders at different world events, they said some of them, they will walk close to Buhari as they are shaking him. Oh, hi, Mr. President. Hi, Mr. They will walk closer to him. They will want to draw him closer to take a good look at him and say, is this guy different? True. That was how much the psychological warfare that Nnamdi Kanu also unleashed on a system that is the master. The criminals in Nigeria believe that they are the master in psychological warfare, mind games, and double down. IPOB proved that they are like a Votrons. Once they come, no stay their way. If you no get enough ayeta, enough ayering, ayokuta, and anything, when they are coming, they are like legion. And Nnamdi Kanu is ahead in front of that legion. How can you not think? Can't you think straight? Why is it Nnamdi Kanu that says something to you? You just believe him. Oh, you want them to believe your criminal leaders, your roguish politicians, the sweet talkers. Nnamdi Kanu discovered that so early. And that became the most powerful tool that got Nigeria government to make a hell of mistakes. And part of their mistakes is the reason why, even if you want them to jail Kanu, if you want them to kill him, if you want them to do everything you want them to do, at a certain point, they will tell themselves that, Omo, it be like say, we need to stop. Yes. And they will stop. So, we need to get this guy. We need to pick him up anywhere we can get him. He can no longer continue to talk to people. He can no longer continue to make people ask questions, to the point that even the APC, Egbekegbe members, when they are sitting with Buhari, they will be looking at him. It be like say Buhari started suspecting that, why are people looking at me more? Why is it that everybody just staring at me, trying to check me out? Now that boy, get me that boy. So they decided to make more mistakes. So what did they do? They started tracking Nnamdi Kanu everywhere, spending millions and millions of dollars, millions of pounds sterling, billions of your money, chasing Nnamdi Kanu everywhere. The damages he is doing, they needed to stop the damages. We have to do everything, whatever it takes. Get him. I need him. It was like a trophy. Go and get him for me. It was exposing too much. So much. So everywhere in the world, where Buhari, Malamu, where they have friends, where people took their offer, government took their offers. If you see Nnamdi Kanu, anybody, Nnamdi Kanu, if you see anybody where they bear that name, even if you don't look like Kanu, arrest them, call us, we'll give you something. There's something for you. That's exactly the whole thing. They sent her out, and for 2 years, they were looking for Kanu. Where can we get him? Where is he? Where did you see him last? Did you see? And Nnamdi Kanu himself, small time you will see him in Israel. Small time you will see him here in the UK. Small time you will see him in America. How is he traveling everywhere? And Nigeria declared him wanted because the paper where they write the wanted on, you don't even get, you see, the tissue paper where they write the wanted on, you don't get value anywhere in the world except the corrupt African countries that are ready to play balls. Nnamdi Kanu was going everywhere. She be Interpol now, international police. They are everywhere. So if Nigeria is looking for Kanu for committing any crime, how about they arrest him in America or arrest him anywhere? But there was nothing anywhere. That is why I said I have been waiting for a time Nnamdi Kanu will be released completely. Okay? And he will tell you more by himself. Oh, you know him now, you know Kanu. He will tell you in detail what led to what happened in Kenya. He's already shared that experience with his own lawyers many times, and they've shared some of them with us. When I saw people attacking themselves, abusing themselves, tearing themselves apart because they believe that with Nnamdi Kanu they know, somebody must have sold him off. Somebody must have tipped Nigeria. Somebody must have told the people in Nigeria that Nnamdi Kanu is here or there. And I said, you are giving non-entities. You are giving them recognitions. You are making them relevant. If you know the resources that Nigeria deployed to look and find Kanu, dead or alive, you will not give any kind of relevance to any charlatan, okay, on social media, okay, that is the one who sold your leader. Oh, this one sold our leader. It's that one who sold, you know, what you don't know is bigger than you. It is actually the other way around. You are giving credit to people who have no idea. By the way, Nigeria has been looking for Kanu for whatever it's going to take. Finally, Kenya caught the net. We have seen him. But it was a different story they told Kenya. This time around, it wasn't even like, oh, Kenya, if you see Kanu, we'll give you this. Some of you said they gave Kenya crude oil. I mean, there's so many nonsense that people wrote on during the time of arrest of Nnamdi Kanu. At a point, I was trying to tell people that, can you please calm down? Can we all please pull this force together? Don't tear yourself. But they came for me too. Shut up your mouth. What's your business? You this Yoruba man. We don't, all that stuff. But that's in the past. And I said, the day Nnamdi Kanu comes out will be the day so many of you will likely kind of take back so many things you have involved yourself over time. They told Kenya a different story. Yeah. You know what they told Kenya? They told Kenya that if you see Nnamdi Kanu in your country, we are looking for him. In fact, he is working with all terrorist countries in Africa to make sure that they destroy Africa, including Kenya. Shebi, you are having problem of Al-Shabaab. In our country, Nigeria, we have declared IPOB a terrorist organization because they have flags, they have camera phone, they have selfie stick, and they are singing Biafra or nothing. In our book, they are terrorists. So if you see Nnamdi Kanu, he's there to come and consult Al-Shabaab without any evidence, without nothing. It is African country, isn't it? Immediately they cited Nnamdi Kanu in Kenya. Remember, Nnamdi Kanu wasn't in Kenya for fun. He wasn't in some of these African country because he was looking for money. I don't know what actually changed Nnamdi Kanu. That's one question I keep asking myself, that God knows what changed from inside Nnamdi Kanu that he decided, right, to sacrifice everything, including himself, for his strong belief in this Biafra. You know what I mean? He is British, right? He is well educated. He is somebody who has the capacity to live the best of the best life. It's people in his own capacity, people who have such wisdom and brain that could indeed motivate and mobilize millions of people all over the world. It could be anything. It could be one of the multimillionaires that billionaires that you'll be talking about in Nigeria. Say, Igbo billionaire. He has all that there for him. He has this wonderful family who are safe here, British. It could be anything he wanted in life. But something happened to the point that he actually left all those. He didn't care. So he was to meet people in Kenya. And wherever you see him, he's just going to be talking about Biafra. He was to meet people there. He never met them. So Nnamdi Kanu, when Nnamdi Kanu now comes out, is the one that will now tell you, I went to Kenya to go and meet so and so. But that meeting never took place. So if you want to know why was he in Kenya? What was he doing there? He didn't go there for vacation. He didn't go there for money, as some of you have been told, as part of their propaganda. I mean, nobody's going to tell me now that Maiyegun, we need you to come down to Zambia. Oh, Maiyegun, we want you to come down to Tanzania on this issue of self-determination. We have these people. Tanzania. Instead of me going to Tanzania or going to Ghana or going anywhere in Africa, why don't I just buy the ticket and go back to Nigeria? Isn't that better? But for somebody like Nnamdi Kanu, I am waiting for him when he's going to tell us what happened. I'm waiting for that time. So what happened today in Nigeria? I'll tell you. So when he now got to that Kenya, there was to meet with whoever, God knows who. They have given you like 1 million names. Hey, he said, this person that sold our leader. I use our leader, all that stuff. But he never met the person. He was waiting in the car park of the airport for the arrival of his the person who invited him. That never happened. The Kenya secret police, they swooped. They were already there. So if there's anyone who told the Kenyan police the location of Nnamdi Kanu in Kenya, or the visit of Nnamdi Kanu to Kenya, if there's any person who said that, that would be the person Nnamdi Kanu is meeting. That is my own theory. Do you get that now? Yeah, that's my theory. So they took him. Are you Nnamdi Kanu? He said, yeah, I am. He didn't deny that. It's not under any, he didn't go to Kenya under fake identity. There is a Kenya visa on his British passport. It's there, right there. A copy of that is there. His lawyer obtained the copy. He didn't go there under any disguise. He wasn't smuggled there. He applied for their visa. He got their visa and he visited the place. So they knew he was there. The only record that they don't have is how he left Kenya. So when they took him to, they didn't take him to their police station for questioning. They didn't take him to their court for verification or anything. No. They took him to a torture house. They took him to a torture house in Kenya on the instruction of the Attorney General of Nigeria, Abubakar Malami, that we popularly known as Malamu. If you get him, torture him. We are looking for him. He's a trophy. If you can get him, we'll give you something. We want to go and show him to Buhari. He's demented though, but we can show him that, see, Buhari, we have captured your nightmare. Nnamdi Kanu. So what did they do? They started torturing Kenyans. Before they will eventually give him to Nigeria, they want to know why he is in their country. This is the interesting part. Oh. Kenyans were told that he is there to plot terrorism. So Kenya started torturing him. Anti-terrorism of Kenya. They started beating him, torturing him, stripped him naked, chained him to the floor. Because that was what Nigeria told them. For 8 days. 8 days after that torture, they themselves agreed that man, we are just beating an innocent man. I mean, like, even if he's committed any crime, it's going to be in Nigeria, not against us. Look at what we are doing to him. They felt bad that Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer said, one of them told Nnamdi Kanu that we are so sorry, oh, we are so sorry. We are so sorry that we did this to you. We are acting upon the information from Nigeria Attorney General that you are here to plot terrorism against Kenya. We are so sorry that we were given false information. Okay, fine. I mean, apology accepted. Can you let me go now? Now that you know I don't have anything against you, I am not here illegally, and I'm not here plotting anything. Can you please let me go? So, the interesting part was that the Kenyans who intercepted him in Kenya, they thought they were protecting their country based on the terrorism report information from Nigeria. So when they discovered, they felt bad. Like, damn. I mean, we don't want to be interested. We don't want to be involved in this Nigeria thing, man. Okay, fine, guys. Now that you know that I am not a terrorist, I don't have any link to any terrorism. Now that you have found out after 8 days, can you please let me go? Can you let me go? Yeah, but we can't. Sorry, we can't let you go. Okay? Because, you know, there's also a follow-up instruction that when we are done with you, Nigeria is waiting to take you. We are so sorry. We are so sorry. But we can't let you go. So they sent a private jet from Nigeria After they have sedated him, they drugged him to make him unconscious. But he was still conscious. When he was narrating what happened to him, he said he told his lawyer the time they took him to the airport, as they blindfolded, like they put a hood over his head, tied his hand, tied his leg, right? And there's a private jet waiting in Kenya. Kenya court didn't know that they arrested somebody under the suspicion of terrorism. Kenya courts or Kenya police, they didn't know that somebody was being extradited from their country to another country. Nobody knows anything. They did all of this as a secret operation. But they carried what Yoruba called Igielera. You know what is Igielera? Igielera is insect-infested firewood. For those who grew up in the villages and the communities, when you go home from the farm with infested firewood, that's going to be another problem when you get home, because you might end up having to take everything from your home outside. Check and clear everything first, after different bites, stinging here and there, before you can go back to normal. In fact, you may never go back to normal. So they carried an insect-infested firewood, a bone that became, a bone tied to the neck of those who felt like they could get away with everything. Even in their corrupt system, sometimes, the law itself will be like a law of common sense. This thing don't make sense. So, Kenya wanted to wash their own hands clean. We know they involve. Oh, sorry, Kanu. Sorry. See, Mr. Kanu, we are very sorry. You don't do anything to us. Everything we did to you, we apologize. But it be so, your matter don't de Malamu handle. Immediately, the plane was in the air. Malamu called press conference in Nigeria, where he was speaking Hausa. And guess what he was, the audience he was addressing? The audience that the northern Nigeria, the Boko Haram supporters, who are also dying. Dying in the hands of terrorists that are never going to be prosecuted. They are never going to be tried. They are dying. Malamu did a press conference in Hausa, telling the northern people that we have captured the leaders of IPOB. Like it was such a big feat. They celebrated it. Some of us said, oh, hey, congratulations, oh. Congratulations, are you happy now? Can the terrorists who have been kidnapping and raping your women and your children, can they disappear now? Because they have arrested Nnamdi Kanu. Can you please have access to better lives now? Do you now enjoy electricity 24/7? Do you now enjoy safety on your highways? Do you now enjoy what changes? Or what changed? Nothing. Just bunch of suffering and smiling sufferers who actually loves their chains more than you can imagine. Young, old, they celebrated that in Nigeria. So then the trial should begin. Okay, now you have Nnamdi Kanu. Oh yeah, go and do dinner party. Go and celebrate, because your problems have just started. Oh. You go still see shege. Oh. You cannot threaten somebody wey don dey down. That you go beat them, you go fall down. You decrease. If you have sense, you realize that people that are down and they are making effort to get up, they are not to be threatened with anything downfall anymore. We go just kill you. You are killing them. They are seeing it. You are under-reporting that. And you are indeed blaming them for killing them. So they kidnapped Nnamdi Kanu. And they started looking for evidence. Oh, yeah, we'll go get evidence. If they ask us why did we kidnap him, we should be able to tell people why. Shebi started the ESN, Eastern Security Network. Man, I really wish people have 4 eyes. I don't know what that would do if you do, but there's something I actually feel about it, which is your 4th eye can tell you and can see things that your physical one can't see right now, like, you know, that kind of, I don't know, maybe we should call it 4th eye, or just being smart enough to, you know, to sense danger. They were looking for evidence. Evidence. How can we prove that Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB, they are violent, okay? They are not just flags. They are not just a camera phone. They are not just radio and this. They are inciting people to fight. Let's start burning police station. Let's start killing as much as possible. Let's start sponsoring different faceless criminals, cultists, and different ex-con. Let's start putting them together, and they start shouting Biafra, Biafra, so that we can say, they are IPOB. Oh, they spent money. Oh, I wish you do know. Oh, no. They spend a lot of money and they are still spending that. But unfortunately, it can't be like say as they are spending, the whole thing just they go to waste. That's what I think. Somebody said 3rd eye. I'm saying 3rd and 4th, like 4. You get 4. 2 day here. The other 3rd and 4th will day there. But they, you know, I don't know how that works, but you know what I mean. So they brought Nnamdi Kanu to Nigeria and they started looking for evidence to convict him. Ladies and gentlemen, from evidence and everything we have, it's been over 18 months now that Nigeria kidnapped Nnamdi Kanu. Even you that celebrated the kidnapping of Nnamdi Kanu, listen, this one is just like don't take it personal, okay? Don't take it personal. You know, those of you who were happy when they kidnapped Nnamdi Kanu, right? And you were there jubilating and the rest of that. Even you, right? It's been 18 months. And there is no single evidence of this is what he did and this is why he has to go down for 18 months. And you are still sitting down there. Come and rescue him now. Nigeria will deal with him. You, Maiyegun, you are next. Some of you are even hoping that they will just capture Maiyegun as well. And they will capture me like a trophy and bring me to you so that your unfortunate life, your poverty existing, or let me say poverty indoctrinated existence, right? Maybe that will just suddenly change and you start enjoying life. So, don't take it personal. Are you sure, say, you know, be weary? If after 18 months, Buhari and gang, they are yet to bring any single evidence, any single witness that this is exactly what Nnamdi Kanu did. 18 months, you are still sitting down there because ordinarily, they have enslaved you. But you don't know. No. Mad people know they know say they're mad. Don't worry. Mad people, they know say they're mad. And there are 60 million mad people in Nigeria. If you be one of them, okay? But look at it this way. They say somebody committed a crime. Yes, he must stand for his crime. He's been killing people in Eastern Nigeria. We have evidence and this. And 18 months, no evidence. Now adjournment after adjournment. Adjournment after adjournment. And you are still sitting down there. You are saying, they must not release him. He must be there. He will die there. And you think, say, you know, be waiting. You know, you think, say, you know, get around polo. Like somebody will say, I mean, I don't expect you to agree with me because mad people know they know, say they're mad. But somehow, there will always be, there will always be a real sense of justice from those, no matter under what arrangement, under what subversion, or under what subjugation or threats, they will still manage to speak out and say, this don't make sense, I beg. We'll tell ourselves. So do you know why Nigeria cannot do anything to Nnamdi Kanu? Do you want to know why? Because they kidnap him. You don't get it, Okay. Somebody committed a crime, okay? He can't escape. You know the crime he committed, or you have the evidence, you are looking for him. Somebody now got him, they arrested him for you. What you will do is that you have to go and show them what crime he committed that you're looking for him for. No be social media trial that you have in Nigeria. You have to go and show them, say, this is why we are looking for him. He killed 2 people. He killed Emeka Sandost. He killed Shukudi, Obi Ajuna. Please, sorry if your name is that. I'm just saying, you must say he did this. So in that their court, he will not see that person will now say, hey, help me. Don't let them carry me. They go where I don't know. They lie against me. Oh, the court will now say, oh yeah, come. These people are looking for you in Nigeria because of what you did. Right? Now, we want you to prove to us that if we allow you to follow them, you are not going to get justice. You need to prove that to us because they are coming here to prove to us, say, waiting you do, no country should give you any protection. That is how the world works. Oh. I know that is not how the Olori Burukus leading you in Nigeria. That is not the Nigeria they are building for you. They are building concentration camp and you are giving birth to children there. You are raising your children in that concentration camp. And this mentality is annoying to many of us who believe that you deserve better. That's a long thing. To get Nnamdi Kanu to be repatriated from Kenya to Nigeria legally, it will take like about 10 years. It can take 20 years. Some of you don't know, Abi. Sure you don't know. It can take 10 years. It can take 20 years. Until when Kenya be like, even you, Kanu, we not believe you again. It don't do. Can't they go Nigeria? That's what should have happened though. On a normal extradition order. No be when you kidnap people. So when you now kidnap somebody, you didn't follow due process, international process. You won't try that person. You won't try him for any crime. After you kidnap him. Which law? If no be sent in Nigeria. Which law will try that? You kidnap somebody to come and stand any trial. It is only in a concentration camp. And that's why they treat everybody like that. Hashtag, ordinary hashtag, they talk, say, they won't take over Buhari. And there are people who have PhD. People who have PhD, people educated way, so they were explaining the reason why no government will open their eyes and allow anybody to do a hashtag revolution now. I mean, come on. Even UK, even America, Olori Buruku Egbon, àwọn èèyàn rada. PhD. They committed a crime. So anything after that, there is no legal basis for it. And that's why I love what the lawyers of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did. They continue to argue. Nigeria, even when they took Nnamdi Kanu to their court, they said, yeah, Nigeria, come and tell us what Nnamdi Kanu did. They started postponing. They said he insulted Buhari. How is insulting Buhari a crime? Tó bá jẹ́ pọ́n ti forí yín gbà pààrọ̀. Àti ìyá àtọmọ, àti bàbá àtọmọ, wọ́n ti kórí yín ságolo. Dekuma golo koro pé. If I insult you, insult me back. That's it. You don't need to support, take me to court and say I call you were. Question God self limited. They said he insulted Buhari. And that's a crime. And also, he's telling young people to fight for Biafra. That's a crime. And some policemen, some people are killing policemen, burning police station, no evidence. 18 months, no evidence. You know what their court said? Even if you say he cut anybody's head, as it be so, for anything to try anything against Nnamdi Kanu, you have to take him back to Kenya. Just book another first-class flight. Let him clean up and freshen up, and then just put him on the next first-class flight back to Kenya. Then you have to go back to Kenya and prove your case there. Follow the due process. Oh, yes, I keep saying it to you. except if the Biafrans, the real people who are behind the legitimacy of the Biafran advocacy, except if they choose not to. You don't know what is waiting for your roguish criminal leaders as you are watching this video. You can continue to beat your chest too. Nothing will happen. Buhari, even Buhari cannot say nothing will happen. But wait for it. They have to put him in a plane and take him back to Kenya. Ask him which hotel he would like to stay. Because to extradite him back to Kenya, when the first day Nnamdi Kanu will appear in Kenya courts, he will plead non-guilty to any nonsense Malamu sent. After that, his lawyers in Kenya, they will now apply for what is called political asylum, which means every day where Nnamdi Kanu go to Kenya, now Kenya go to feed him. Kenya will provide security for him. Kenya will make sure that nothing touches him. His family, everywhere he goes, he will walk about as a free man until that court says, "Oh my God, I say this thing don't too much. Nnamdi Kanu, I beg, you won't go back to UK or you won't go back to Nigeria. We don't feel afford keeping you anymore." That's how it works. Yeah, that is how extradition works. In this case, because Nnamdi Kanu is a prisoner of conscience, that the political gladiators in Nigeria, the gatekeepers in Nigeria, they are after his life because he is after their feeding bottle. Your leaders, the feeding bottle of your leaders. When Nigeria break up, your leaders will lose their feeding bottles. Their feeding bottles are your own future, your existence. Rather than them to treat you like a normal human being, they are treating you like statistics. So when Nigeria break up, now their feeding bottle dry up with that. So there are those after him. Therefore, if they take him back to Kenya, Kenya will have to start feeding him. If it take them 10 years, 20 years. Sorry, Biafrans don't like that. Maiyegun don't talk like that. Why would our leaders stay in Kenya when we want him back in Biafra land to fight for Biafra? Ojukwu enjoyed similar thing when the owners of Nigeria were demanding for his head on their dinner plates. It is how it works. Nnamdi Kanu is not somebody like Maiyegun. See somebody like me, I no get diplomatic weight. Nnamdi Kanu get diplomatic weight. Yeah, in different parts of the world. Many of them, if the showdown starts, they will offer him a political asylum. Come here until the whole thing is over. Come here, come and stay here. We'll take care of you because we believe in you, and that's how it should be, right? So today, their courts had this to say. In quotes, the name of the, meanwhile, the name of the court justice in Nigeria that declared the kidnapping of Nnamdi Kanu illegal. Therefore, everything afterward is ultra fire. Sorry, I don't know the meaning. I just know that it's like something void. Ultra fire. Because I think I read that as well in political science, and ultra fire is what? Non and void. I don't know. But you shall get what I'm trying to say, Abi. In that their court, in quotes, the judge or the justice who delivered this said in his own judgment, by engaging in, make I raise them up so that my head go there up. He said that by engaging in utter unlawful and illegal acts and in breach of its own laws in the instant matter, the federal government did not come to equity in clean hands and must be called to order. With appalling disregard to local and international laws, the federal government has lost the right to put the appellant trial for any offense. You can't put Nnamdi Kanu on any trial at all. Even if they say he cut people's head off, you can't try him for any case anymore. Anything you try is just the comma. They call it legal razzmatazz. I don't know. Listen to this. So the justice said, treaties and protocols are meant to be obeyed. No government in the world is permitted to abduct anybody without following due process of extradition. Nigeria is not an exception or excused. Nigeria must obey our own law and that of international so as to avoid anarchy. Anarchy. Nigeria, a lawless place that committed kidnapping, want to try somebody for asking to be out of that same contraption. They want you to hate him. But in my own book, this is Nnamdi Kanu, that they want you to hate so much, that they've spent so much money, so that you can sit down there right now, right? And I mean, like you are sitting on a judgment chair and pass your judgment. He deserves it. It should be that. It should be this and that. No, this is that Nnamdi Kanu that you are likely never going to get back again, except you let them go.
My name is Nnamdi Kanu, and the reason why we're here today is to protest the killing of innocent women and children, and men for that matter, all over Nigeria, especially in the northern part of Nigeria. We are not happy, we are not pleased with what is happening, and that is why we're here today. As you can see, there are a lot of Nigerians who are protesting about the killing of families, people who are determined to tear the country apart violently, and it is not something that we support. It is not something that we would like to see continue, and we are here today to send a clear message to the Nigerian government through the High Commissioner that what is happening in the country is unacceptable and we cannot accept it. If that continues, it will lead to the violent disintegration of the country. There will be no more Nigeria for anyone to go to. There will be no Nigeria for anyone to refer to. In fact, what is happening in Somalia today will be like a tea party. So we cannot allow this nonsense to continue. Something has to be done. And the consequences of the actions of terrorism in Nigeria must be driven home to the people, so that even the terrorists themselves will be able to understand that there is no mileage in where they're going. The only thing they can accomplish is the breakup of Nigeria. If they think that they can cower people, if they think they can force people to be coerced into a religion which is not theirs, then they are clearly mistaken. We are asking for peace. We are asking for people to get together. We are asking for everybody who loves Nigeria, who is associated with that country, to please prevail upon terrorism in Nigeria so we can bring it to an end. That is why a multitude of Nigerians are gathered here today. Those of us in the UK are determined to work with the government for peace. We are determined to work with the Council Committee for peace. The one thing we cannot stomach is a repeat of 1966. What is happening today in Nigeria was the reason why Nigeria fought a bitter civil war for 3 years between 1967 and 1970. If this continues, there will be another civil war in Nigeria. And this time around, no place will be safe in Nigeria. This time around, nobody will be safe in Nigeria. So it is imperative that everybody who has the interest of the country at heart acts now and immediately to stop this nonsense from continuing.
How could you, how can you hate somebody like that? That's somebody who was passionately warning us over 11 years ago that, listen, Nigeria is a charged country. We have so much differences, even when they want us to hide those differences. But you see, all these differences could have made us so unique if we acknowledge them and respect them. But when you have terrorists who are out there spilling blood, right, in the name of religion, and they have political class backing them up by trying to make you look like you have, now you get problem. Now you know, like these people, now they get issue. I mean, they are not really killing people. It's just, some people and all of that stuff. He said all this are going to trigger the divisive line among all of us. And he was right. He's still right. Why do you think Yorubas are saying we want to leave? Why do you think a lot of people are demanding for restructuring of Nigeria right now? I mean, why do you think a lot of voices are springing up against an established system that if it's working, if it's actually really, really working, why are so many voices asking that this contraption must be renegotiated? Nnamdi Kanu is right, because the terrorists have now shown to us that it is either we accept it. Oh, Nnamdi Kanu. Kanu said, when they start killing us, their leaders are going to defend them. Their leaders are going to allow them to roam about with AK-47. He said, their leaders are going to call you tribalists. and you are going to be killed for speaking against them. Oh dear, Nnamdi Kanu said all those things. A lot of people felt like it's never going to happen. It's impossible. Forget it. It's never going to happen. This is Nigeria. We will fight. Today, those who said they will fight if that happened, they are now jittered. Like they are now scared. And many of them are saying, this Nnamdi Kanu self, he own too much. Yes. His own became too much for the people who felt like, we deserve better, true. Now, everything is said, they have come to pass, including that when they are killing us, they will be protecting them. Is that not what is happening in Nigeria? Terrorists, they told us, came from Niger, Chad, Mali, from the Sahel and all those places. These terrorists are killing and kidnapping people in Nigeria. As far as Oyo State, Oyo is in southwest Nigeria. As far as Ekiti State, Ekiti is in southwest Nigeria. As far as Enugu, Ebonyi, all these places where people have reported incidences of these attacks. This criminal terrorist government in Nigeria, APC, Egbekegbe, they said, they are not Nigerians. How could people who are not Nigerians come into Nigeria and just massacre us like that? On the other hand, another governor said, Nigeria is the headquarters of the Fulanis. Therefore, every Fulani all over the world, they see Nigeria as the headquarters. They see themselves as Nigerians. I was like, what the hell? How many? Okay. If all Fulanis all over the world see Nigeria as see themselves as Nigerians, can all Nigerians also see themselves as citizens of all other of the other countries in Africa where Fulanis also comes from? Yeah, so it's a logic that is only popular in a contraption like Nigeria, if you ask me. So today, let's go back to that. Today, their lawyers, their court said Nnamdi Kanu should be released, discharged, acquitted, because any other day in court for trying Nnamdi Kanu is just a waste of time. Because as it be, the government of Nigeria has committed the worst international crime. So when somebody said, Maiyegun, what is going to happen now? Do you get that now? What's going to happen now that this judgment came? I said, listen, like Nnamdi Kanu said, they will be protected when that time comes. These terrorist criminals in your government, they have proved to us that Nnamdi Kanu is actually a prophet. I don't know if prophecy it is or just something that is so easy to tell, but we never really paid attention. He said it. APC, Egbekegbe, they opened different camps, releasing terrorists. They called it Operation Safe Corridor. No terrorist is standing any trial in Nigeria. No matter how horrible the news is that you read about the act of terrorism in Nigeria, none of them is standing any trial anywhere. They are being freed, and billions of Nigeria money is being given to them free. The same terrorists in government in Nigeria have tried for 4-5 times to make laws that will force the people of Nigeria there, the indigenous people from different parts of Nigeria, to part with their land as a way of appeasement to these armed terrorists like Nnamdi Kanu warned us. You don't need to like him, okay? That you are still alive. You can watch me right now, and then disagree with me or abuse him and say every other thing you are saying today is because you still have a grace of redemption. You better repent before you become the victim of everything Nnamdi Kanu said. He said they will kill you. He said they will kidnap you. He said they will want to, they will force you to part with your land. And if you fail to, they will slaughter you like you are nothing. And that's exactly what has been happening. And they will never be prosecuted for those crimes. That's exactly what is happening. Now they are trying to pass a law in Nigeria or make a law. They call it the waterway bills. Can you believe that? The government of Nigeria want to make laws to take over all the waterways in southern Nigeria, and give them to the Fulani terrorists. For saying this, automatically make me enemy of Nigeria in the book of the real enemy of the people. So Nnamdi Kanu is their nightmare. So what is going to happen next? Make I tell you. Make myself tell you what I feel like will happen. The first thing, as a lawless country, let me tell you what I think they will do. Then I'll tell you what they better do. What they should do. Now that the court says it's illegal, they will tell you that they want to go and appeal it. It's appeal court, so now appeal court judgment, so. Sure you get. Except Nigeria now go to Supreme Court. Except for that, Nnamdi Kanu must be released within 24 hours. So tomorrow, Friday, the 14th of October 2022, the right thing to do is for them to release him. Now, as they are releasing him with no condition, unconditional release, that's what the court said. Acquitted and discharged, no case against him. So release him, no condition. This is not bail. Listen to me. This particular what happened today is not bail. This one is not like we give them bail. Discharged and acquitted. That's what happened today because they cannot try him. He was kidnapped. He wasn't properly extradited to Nigeria. So the next thing to do is to release him by tomorrow or maybe tonight before all of us, even before we finish this broadcast. Nnamdi Kanu should be released unconditionally, right? And by so doing, because I believe that he's the only person who can actually bring, a much needed unity in so many other struggles that are going on right now. He is a bigger figure, whether you like him or not, okay? Your government can't do anything to him. The most they can do is to kill him, and I don't think they can deal with the consequences. Like the Biafrans will tell you, this is no longer 1967, and this is not 1970. Yes, you can continue to do what you are doing, but you will be held responsible for them. So to save face, this evening, before we go to bed, Buhari's government should release Nnamdi Kanu. Let him go. Now, in order to avoid any repetition of their madness that they have done in the past, they have to open door now for a proper dialogue. Listen to me when I say dialogue. This dialogue includes what are the reasons why the Biafrans want to leave, and what are the process that it requires, and they must decriminalize self-determination struggle across Nigeria. And by tomorrow morning, after releasing Nnamdi Kanu, Malamu should go on TV and announce that they have now unproscribed IPOB because they are not terrorist organization, no matter what they are telling you. And Nnamdi Kanu, that I know of, is willing and ready to help track down the politically hired criminals in eastern Nigeria called unknown gunmen. He will mop them up and let the process of the self-determination, including the referendum, where the Igbo people will be allowed to politically decide if they still want to be part of Nigeria or not. If not, well, it is not over. And the greatest loser in this whole thing will be the people who are currently on the top of the world right now because they are keeping Nnamdi Kanu as a trophy. By the sundown, they will be at the bottom of that world. You can quote me on that. Let them enjoy all the flex that comes with it now. Yeah? It's all winding up right now. Winding up. But they won't do that. They won't release Nnamdi Kanu. Okay? Rather, they are going to put that judge that delivered that judgment today. They are going to make his life or her life a hell. And by so doing, they will double down. Before you know it, they will come back and say, oh, we are re-amending the charges against Nnamdi Kanu. You know, in their usual way, in their criminal way, we are amending the charges. No, it's some new charges now. New judge. But like I said, if they throw up the ant fan 1 million times, ladies and gentlemen, it will land flat. And the more they continue to drag the rope that they are using to hang themselves, ladies and gentlemen, all of you who sing for them and praised them when they committed an international crime by kidnapping Nnamdi Kanu, you are likely going to join in mourning their disgrace that is so close. It's not going to happen in Nigeria. It's going to happen outside Nigeria. They will be apprehended. They will be caught too. And there will be court injunctions, and there will be international court injunctions that will demand the arrest of Buhari. And the spectacle, the real one, will start. Guess what will happen? The people who keep Nnamdi Kanu in their cage today, denying him his own fundamental human rights, because they are in charge of a lawless place called Nigeria, the table will turn. Nnamdi Kanu will be watching them on TV, and he will watch them like we have watched all the past tyrants, criminals who lived on this overblown ego, and they ended up in Hague. The Biafrans who have stood their ground, congratulations to all of you. Our wish and our prayer tonight is to wake up tomorrow morning with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, a free man. He's done nothing. He's committed no crime. He has, whatever they have told you, your criminals, your criminal politicians, they decided to escalate a situation that is so amicable, something that is so easy. But because they are so scared, they have now made a lot of mistake. If they want to save themselves and save their faces, ladies and gentlemen, Nnamdi Kanu must be released this evening. Nnamdi Kanu must be released latest by tomorrow morning. Anything short of that, it is just them trying to tighten the rope on their necks. You don't need to believe me. Nnamdi Kanu won't die in their prison. He won't. No. He won't. It's you who is living in the imprisonment of APC, Egbekegbes Nigeria, and you probably are not saying it that way, and you continue to hope on that, it's going to, no. You are the ones that we should hope you won't die in your psychological imprisonment. It's done so much damages to you, but hopefully you will see it better soon. One of the old things that people are now trying to tell you or push around is that Nnamdi Kanu is being released to distract the obedient. If you believe them, ladies and gentlemen, I can tell you this. I have one, fairly used international airport that I want to sell in Odogbolu. If you have the money, please contact me privately. If you believe that, I can tell you that they have a lot that is on their plate. And most of these, like I've said before, they are ingredients of what is still to come. The criminals in Nigeria, they have beaten more than they can chew. They were having field day, killing people, jailing people, exiling people, and impoverishing the people. But the whole thing, the whole cup is filling up. And the anger is piling up. And guess what? We are just waiting for the day of explosion. Releasing Nnamdi Kanu is to help shore up and boost the base of the real and true freedom fighters. The people who have received motivations, who have received, motivations, put it that way, the motivation to continue to speak right, to do right, and stand right, even if they have to be the only person standing. Hello, they will continue to. Existence of, the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from the hands of the state rogues is going to help destroy them more. If in my own book, but whatever it is, I'm going to say, can't we just wait and see him first? Nnamdi Kanu defeated Nigeria in their own courts. He said, when I come back to Nigeria, I am coming back with fury. I am coming back with the truth that is going to tear Nigeria apart. Nnamdi Kanu said, truth, no matter which side of the coin you belong to, they continue to stare us in the face and continue to remind us that some of you once called him a madman. Now, who is mad in Nigeria? They brought in the Python Dance 1, Python Dance 2, and Python Dance 3. They killed innocent people. They jailed innocent people. This couldn't break them, including the old people who coined this famous song as all in eulogy of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. If it pain you, it dey sweet us.
Oh, ye do I call. Oh, Mary, oh, Nindizu, Modiria, Abakare, Mama Naora, Unapuri, Mary, Nnamdi win the war. Python dance 1, Python dance 2, now Python dance 3. Unapuri, Mary, Nnamdi win the war. Python dance 1, Python dance 2. Na Python dance 3. Unapuri Mary Nnamdi bu onye du aimo. O Mary wone nizu mbiro ya. Abakare mamanda ora. Unapuri Mary Nnamdi win the war. Python dance 1, Python dance 2. Na Python dance 3. Unapoli Mary Nnamdi win the war. Python dance 1, Python dance 2. Na Python dance 3. Unapoli Mary Nnamdi win the war. Python dance 1, Python dance 2. Na Python dance 3. Unapoli Mary Nnamdi win the war. Python dance 1, Python dance 2. Na Python dance 3. Unapoli Mary Nnamdi win the war. Python dance 1, Python dance 2. Na Python dance 3. Unapoli Mary
Nnamdi win the war. Right. That's it. Oh. So tonight, I know so many of you will likely want to just say, "Aye, Maiyegun, we are all waiting. We can't wait to see him." Even though they want him dead for doing nothing, for committing no crime. They said he abused them, he insulted them, he insulted their tribe, he abused their tribes, he denigrated their religion, he said this, he said that. But an average Biafran will tell you, anything will Nnamdi Kanu talk about your criminal leaders from any tribe in Nigeria, he has said worse to the Igbo political and then criminal leaders too. But again, if it pains you, if it offends you, that is not enough to want a man who has done nothing criminal to be killed by the criminals themselves. So, like I said, I'm going to take a few calls, okay? But I need to go and make myself another cup of tea. So if you really want to be part of this and add your own voice, I am going to, take calls. By the way, I have somebody already, but you will need to wait. Hello?
Maiyegun.
Oh, Ahmed. Now, I decided to take you because hopefully in another 2-3 minutes, you're not going to cut off. So stay on the line. I want to go make myself a cup of tea.
Oh, no.
And when I get back, we can get reactions tonight. All right, Baba. Nice one. Thank you so much.
I did.
You're right. So I am going to take a short break. And when I get back, the number to call is on your screen. It's WhatsApp call only, by the way. And let's make it keep it brief and short when we call in. I will be back. Meanwhile, if this is your first time on MaiyegunsDiary Politico, you can take a moment to subscribe onto my channel right there on YouTube, and I will be back. Sorry, I tried to make it as fast as possible. Ahmed, are you still there?
I did, Baba.
Oh, thank God. So, how are you tonight?
I'm doing okay. How are you doing?
Thank you very much. I'm good as well. Ahmed, so everybody can hear you now. Live, by the way.
I've been yesterday I've been trying to get involved.
I know.
You know what?
It can be like that.
So
sometimes.
me and Princess been in the comment section. Say make sure you call to tell them the Malamu Olori Buruku. I think they come out to come make within announcement say they don't win trophy. They go out of one pay.
Sorry, I didn't get what you said there. I didn't get what you're saying. What are you saying? Sorry. You were saying something about in the comments and you were supposed to call.
Yeah. I said in the comment section, Princess asked me, she said, make sure you call so I can tell them that Malami, Olori Buruku, what he told them first,
right, so you can help us say that in Hausa, they don't deceive everybody, deceive all of them.
I want to show you Buruku.
Now, Ahmed, because we have a lot of people on the line tonight.
So
yeah?
make I speak small.
Yeah, I'm going to give you just about 3 minutes if you can do that, okay?
Hausa.
So we can do it sharp as well. Please help me.
Yeah.
Tell them in Hausa.
Okay. To, mutane kuna ganin news dai abin da ke faruwa ga wani bahaushen da ke kallon wannan program din a yau da kake tunanin ai Nnamdi Kanu shine matsalanka a Najeriya ba ka tunanin tsinanin da suka tawo aka ce sun shigo wai yan fulanin da suka zo suna kashe ku suna kona ku suna tace ƴaƴanku suna tace matanku suna tace mijinku da sauransu ba ku ga wannan matsalan ba amma kuna ganin cewa Nnamdi Kanu shine matsalan ku a Najeriya to ku je ku kalli news ko kotun Najeriya wanda an san kotun Najeriya ma fraud ne ta zo ta nuna cewa Nnamdi Kanu bai da ke an sha gaya muku Nnamdi Kanu bai da ke amma saboda Nnamdi Kanu ya zama ma wa'annan 'yan siyasan kuɗin nan politician ɗinku ya zama musu kashi a wuya wanda ba za su iya dilin da shi ba shi yasa suke kullum suke kokarin gaya muku cewa he is dangerous he's not dangerous ba shi bane matsalan ku ba same politicians ɗin da ke gaya muku he is dangerous su ne asalin threat ga rayuwar politicians ɗin da ke gaya muku wa'annan mutanen they are dangerous to you they want to separate Nigeria they are the real threat to you yaushe za ku gane cewar mutanen nan suna playing politics ne da rayuwar yaushe za ku yi hankali ku gane cewar wannan mutanen da kuke kira politician daga kan kansila na local government har abin da ya yi presidency dukansu duk matsiyata ne duk inanu ne kowa is looking for abincin da zai ci ne dukansu 'yan yunwa ne they are all hungry people and ku ne suke feasting a kanku ku ne kuka zama abincinsu in ba da ƙaryan da za su ringa muku ba za su taɓa rayuwa ba za su taɓa samun rayuwa mai kyau ga yaransu ga kansu ba me yasa yaran mutane suna makaranta wata 6 months ana strike ko 8 months yanzu ana strike yaransu suna abroad suna makaranta 'ya'yanku suna gida amma za su dawo su ce muku Nnamdi Kanu ne problem Sunday Igboho ne problem wa'inda suke so su raba Najeriya su ne problem ba kwa kallon ire-iren wa'innan abubuwan menene haɗin Nnamdi Kanu ko haɗin Sunday Igboho ga wannan abubuwan same politicians da ke gaya muku ƙarya same people are the same people wanda suke sa rayuwanku unlivable amma kuma kun ci gaba da biye musu yaushe za ku yi wayo yaushe za ku yi hankali saboda Allah yaushe za ku fara tunani da kwakwalwanku ku fara amfani da hankalinku kuna tunani wannan abin it will not last long su Buhari da Malami da kuke gani suna da case international su gama presidency su gama tenure ɗinsu they will go back
no matter what they are telling them in Nigeria or how they are seeing them in Nigeria tell them
kun san cewar kamo Nnamdi Kanu da suka ce sun kamo Nnamdi Kanu kun san cewar wannan abin is a crime dauko shi da suka yi daga Kenya is a big crime
yes
ba su gaya muku ba okay kar ku damu time will tell. Ku ci gaba ba yanzu kotu ta yi ruling ba, ku ci gaba, time will tell. In za ku gane cewar mistake, you follow them, they were committing crime and you were supporting their crime. And that thing is bouncing back on you. You are the people suffering the madness.
Yes.
So Maiyegun,
thank you so much, Ahmed,
what I just told them, is just all what you have said, and I just broke it down, and just as usual, just normal. So,
God bless you. Yeah. Thank you so much. Let me take another call tonight. Hello there.
Hello, Maiyegun.
That talks, sir.
No, yeah, I'll talk about the line.
Fantastic. I'm very well. Thanks so much for asking. How are you, sir?
Yeah, I'm great, man. Great news to the Nnamdi Kanu and all what's going on today. Just want to say thank you. Yeah,
on this MaiyegunsDiary Politico, in the Temple of Truth, right? We believe that his lawyers are fighting a just cause. We pull our resources together here. We reached out to them.
Yeah.
So, of course, it's a good news for us here that we did the right thing. Sir.
See, Maiyegun, I thank God for social media and I thank God for you. Remember what they did to Cancer River back in Abacha days?
I do.
Where there was no social media. And they just did the jungle just and they killed them like that. That's exactly what they wanted to do to Nnamdi Kanu again. But social media was out there. The publicity was out there. There was no way do we kill him? Do we not kill him? But they can't do that. Okay, what is your case against this chap? He's done nothing wrong. Absolutely nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong in saying...
Nothing in the face of the law. If you see that he was somewhere negotiating for guns or anything, and that's a crime, bring the evidence and take it to court on that. Don't just make things up.
I mean,
but that's Nigeria, Sha.
How can somebody come to your house and say they want to kill and the man say, look, you can't keep kidding. And look at that thing in 2012 or 2010 saying that, look, Nigeria will burn if you guys don't take time. And when they saw, okay, these people are not listening to me anymore, let me just face my people and say, you know what, enough is enough.
Yes.
The Igbos have been marginalized, massively marginalized, and that's the truth. Well, I don't know why Nigerians keep running from this same truth to say, since the war, they've just marginalized the Igbos. I told someone, I said, look,
they have been treated with so much suspicion that no one else in Nigeria is suspected of saying ever.
I mean, look at Amusu and what's that Shetima's conversation.
Why do we want to keep them? Let them go. If you don't really want them as equal in that Nigeria, how is that hard?
Mike, I told him, I said, look, an enemy is in your house that you don't trust. Why do you keep him in your house?
Why?
Oh, because the resources you can get from him. Let him go now. It's just law. And they say, no, they cannot go because we're one Nigeria. But you keep
you don't treat them as one Nigerians. You don't treat them any equal. And they'll be asking you dumb questions. Hey, what do you want us to now do to them? Hey, what do you want us pretend?
Maiyegun, I went online and I went to Niger Delta and I looked at the devastation that they've done environmental Niger Delta. I swear to God, they will never do that in any European country. That devastation.
I don't think we will take it that much. I don't think so. Except, well, maybe we would. Because look at our people as well,
and
right?
The same thing that Ken Farrier was fighting for back then. Say, look, this is going on too long. Give the people of Ogoni land good schools, good roads, education, healthcare. Whatever. I'm asking for too much for the kings and people like that.
Let them feel that they are blessed so much with all they have, but the whole thing is like a cost to them, and it remains a cost until tomorrow.
One of that, please. I'm happy this is happening now, but please, I'm sorry, take your time. I want to clarify something.
Right.
2020, 10th of October 2020 was NSAS. Yes. I heard something in the grapevine. Don't quote me. I just heard it talking to people that on the 20th, Tinubu wants to do a rally for his father on that day. I don't know whether it is true or not. So please forgive me.
October this month.
Yes, on the second anniversary of the NSAS.
I think it's 21st.
I don't know whether it's...
I saw a poster where I saw 21st on it. Guess what? My mind didn't even click like that. Like, 20th of October is just a day before it. But if yours says 20th, there's something similar like that. There's something popping up that day. I'm not sure.
Maiyegun, what does that tell you? That tells you how stupid and how idiotic Tinubu can be. That you're going to sit down there on the anniversary of these young people that they killed, and you want to do a rally for your father, knowing fully well that your father had a hand. And he himself had a hand in the play.
Yes.
Now, my good playbook, don't watch out. I have a vision in my head that June 12, 2023 is the day Nigeria will break. Now, I'll give you an analysis. Look at the word June 12, 1993.
June 12, 2023.
If you look at June 12,
that's
1993,
30 years later.
12 is at the top, 3 is on the side, 9 and 6 at the bottom. Yeah, June is 6, 1993, 9, 3, 9 on 3 is 12. Is the 4 cardinal points of the clock. Emma Warranty, 2023 in Maiyegun. That's what I'm looking at June 12.
Thank you so much for stopping by, Baba, for sharing that with us tonight. So I have, hang on, I just lost the person. Meanwhile, I had another caller on the line earlier. So if you are still there, let me put it this way. If you are trying, right, you're likely going to get in now. So can we take a moment, just take a moment, even if you are using your phone. We have over 3,000 of us on YouTube earlier, but we barely have 1,000 of us who've managed to stop by to drop their offering. So you can just take a moment, drop the chat down, and like this broadcast wherever you're watching from. Hello there.
Hello, Maiyegun.
Hello, sir.
Hey, how are you?
I'm very well, thanks. I'm just waiting for that breaking news. Nnamdi Kanu will be out like that. And you will see my real reaction. For now, I'm doing explanation. So yeah, I'm fine.
No, easy. Whenever your mother is cooking a very nice soup and you're hearing the smelling, you warm up. And
they walk all over the house. No. They smile. They do.
Yeah,
then your mama will be like,
anything they ask you to bring, you go quickly bring. I know that they know they say no for anything.
So I don't want to overreact yet. We have explained what this judgment means. We can wake up tomorrow. The Malamu quota system attorney general, they can decide to bring at the abracadabra, but people knows what this means. When that happens, we take it on. But if we wake up tomorrow, Ama Azi do like this, you go see my reaction. Don't worry.
Maiyegun, the truth you said, this particular presidency, they have missed opportunity. When you are preaching for a nation unity, all of them unity.
Just word of mouth.
The most respected leader of Ndibo, let's break it down. Last year, Okwadiko of Ibuku, with his colleague, went up Asorok to plead to Buhari to release Nnamdi Kanu for him as a leader, as an elder of the Igbo land.
Yes.
Out of respect, Buhari needs that opportunity. A lot of people have pleaded with this guy. Release Nnamdi Kanu to us. He refused. Is it now that court? Because when you want to shame yourself, you block like Pharaoh, you block everywhere. You don't want anybody to give you advice.
Yeah, you become deaf and dumb, blind.
Yes. If you really want the unity they are preaching, they could have listened to the leaders without be, no matter how you clever rich and for sure that this court case you are going to approach, you may not finish. Yeah, what you do, you take style. Say if me and you they fight now, and say you go me. I will do anything. Anybody who come close to 35, I will burn because of this guy, because of this guy.
Because of you. That's what I said. Maz, you know what I said, right? I said the first thing is if they want to save their face now, may they just say, okay, they go, Jari, now court say me will leave them. But if they don't want to save their face, like they did to the elders from the east, like you said, we'll go read another thing tomorrow morning. And then we'll see where that takes us to as well.
And that one don't go down well, Maiyegun. Let's just be honest ourselves. You understand? Have you seen celebration in Anambra State? Have you seen the video of celebration coming up from there?
See, I know feel wait. To actually bring to all of us the reactions of today's news. I couldn't wait to compile them because myself, I don't want to miss the opportunity of telling you before they start diluting all this information and all of that. But if we wake up tomorrow, Mazi show face, man, you go get exclusive from me for like 2 days.
We'll go change them. We'll go change them. Yeah. We'll go change them. I'm telling you.
Thank you.
There's an internal memo already sent now. Everywhere was a calm down in Igbo land because the judgment has been sent, as I'm telling you now.
Yes.
That everywhere should be calm completely now.
No, they are waiting. Like, are they going to just let it slide?
Let them not obey it the way they disgrace our elders. Let them go that way. And we will change them too. The
And
other
they should
side.
continue to preach their
The other
unity,
side.
the word of mouth. Mazi,
You can't
thank you so much.
You can't preach unity
You know
when
what
you
they
are
say?
betraying, when you are treating us in this manner.
No,
we know Maiyegun, let's just celebrate the way it is today.
For now,
then
exactly,
we'll take
it's
it
a
from
good
there
one.
by
We are
tomorrow.
going to bed. We are going to bed tonight as victorious people. Whether they don't like us, whether they like, it doesn't matter anymore. Okay, we are going to bed as victorious people. Now, tomorrow is another day. It's like being given a second chance. Okay, if you are talking about unity, it's not just word of mouth. Okay, if you are talking about unity and the other hand you are holding a knife and a gun, and this knife and guns, they are dripping of blood, innocent people's blood, and you are shouting unity, unity. You can only deceive yourself. You can't deceive everybody. Okay, you get. But let's go and sleep tonight, wake tomorrow, and see if they will do the right thing for the last time as an opportunity. Mazi?
They have no choice. They have no choice. Thank you very much, Maiyegun.
You have a good one yourself.
Let's continue.
Thank you so much. Now, we have been positive. We have said it many times, okay? If somebody commits a crime, the right thing to do before you take them to any court is to make sure that you have all your evidence, because evidence is what will jail them, not emotion, lies, and propagandas. Even when you see, there's still a lot, there's still a lot loading, Nnamdi Kanu has become the bull that they tie to the neck of the dog. They can't eat him, they can't throw him away. Do you understand that? Igielera is going to unleash so many things to cover up. Maybe they don't have born evidence here, born evidence there, to cover up all their crimes, including the ones they are committing in Eastern Nigeria. There are records. If they like, they should shred all the evidence. People will bring them back out for them. They will have nowhere to hide. You see that Malamu, it will be chased down to the bottom of the heart when he no longer has that kind of coverage and then, protection as he think he has right now. I just thought you should know. So we encourage that if you don't, for those who don't follow the law, for those who actually thrive in lawlessness, anarchy is not far from you. And you cannot talk about unity when you are indeed promoter of anarchy, lawlessness, injustice. See, they say there was a time I said that we are all Biafrans. If all of us want to relax and be honest and truthful to ourselves, sincerely, you will realize that everything that the Igbos, the Biafrans, the Igbo nationalists who believe so much in Biafra, young and old, if you take a critical look at the reasons why they want to leave Nigeria, I have told you many times, members of the Temple of Truth here, I said, now all of us suppose they fight for the breakup of Nigeria. Because guess what? Everything that the Igbos have listed why they can no longer work together or be part of this Nigeria, not in this way, not in this arrangement. If you pay attention very well, the Yorubas, they have the same concern. The Hausa, the Fulanis, the Birom, the Kanuris, and everybody from northern Nigeria, everyone from middle better part of Nigeria, people from the Niger Deltas, they would love to be called the Niger Delta Nation. Everybody is suffering from the same injustice. Everybody from everywhere. So, but they made you believe that there is this Nigeria that is coming to be better for you. This Nigeria that they are promising that is coming to be so great for you. If you don't join them to kill the Igbos, so asking for Biafra, that glorious Nigeria, you're not going to see it. So because of that, please join us. Let's kill the Igbos. Let's kill them. Chase them away. Go back to your state. Go back to where you come from. But you cannot break away from us. Let's kill them because they are against this coming glorious Nigeria. They are lying to you. It's sad though. I won't stop talking though. In my book, if you lie to me, if you deceive me once, now your fault. Because I trusted you. If you deceive me the second time, Baba, now my fault, oh. Sure you get. Because I can't pretend that I didn't know you, that you've deceived me before. Then you came back to deceive me the third time. Baba, I be mugu, I be mumu be that. Any excuse that I give, whatever reason I give for believing you to lie to me again, is my fault. Oh. So whatever Nigeria is promising you through their agents, the Nigeria politicians, you know they are lying. They've lied to you not once, not twice, not thrice. They've lied to you throughout your lives. They lied to the generation before you. They lied to your parents. They lied to everyone before you. They are lying to you. They will lie to your children, and you believe them. You believe them. Isn't that a tragedy? So if you all pay attention very well, you will agree with me that if all of us are being honest and sincere, if we are not being so kind of programmed like mumus, you will never be against the autonomous advocacy for the Biafrans. You will never join those who want them dead and killing them. Rather, you will be pushing for yours too, because what they are fighting for, you should be fighting for that. What they denied them is what they denied you as well. Hello there.
Hello there. Ọ̀gá Maiyegun.
Yes, sir.
Bá a ti fẹ́ rí náà lórí èmi la ò ní
yọ̀ sí. Èmi la ò ní yọ̀ sí. Bá a ti fẹ́ rí bẹ́ẹ̀ náà lórí èmi la ò ní yọ̀ sí. Kábíyèsí o.
Maiyegun.
Yes, sir.
You're anointing this night, another anointing.
You know, when I feel good, you can tell, oh, Maiyegun is feeling so good. But like I said, sir, wait for tomorrow. You remember the day when we got the news that Oloye Sunday Igboho has been released? I was on a live broadcast. I couldn't finish it because I wanted to go and confirm. I spoke to Oloye just about a few hours ago. He didn't say anything like that. What happened? Like, that same thing I'm waiting for till tomorrow when I see him out. And I'll say, yeah. Eh? Baba?
Mo post nǹkan lórí group kan tí mo belong ilé. Mo ní bí irọ́ bá lọ lógún ọdún.
Ọjọ́ kan.
Bí irọ́ bá lọ lógún ọdún, ọjọ́ kan báyìí lòtítọ́ máa bá.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Maiyegun.
Baba?
Àti bọ́ pátápátá ó dàárọ̀. Àti bọ́. Everybody máa múra.
Wọ́n ní kẹ́ sọ pé ó ti lọ. Sọ pé ó ti lọ. Àti lọ.
The Igbo be getting ready. The Yorubas should be getting ready. The obedient. Continue your mission. Continue your vision.
Continue your cooking. The system cannot fight multiple fights or multiple fronts. I like that, sir.
The obedience should not mix Nnamdi freedom with their own. They release it because they want to stop obedience. They should not bring that nonsense to us. Continue your move. Not stop
we are the ones who should even be complaining that you are the distraction we don't need. But now that you are existing, continue what you are doing. Yes.
I am encouraging the obedience. Continue. Our origin is Nnamdi Maiyegun. Maiyegun.
I love you too, sir. Thank you so much. You have a good one. Now, that's a very, very powerful message there. Like, even if you want it to be otherwise, for this one, it's over. And we hope that they will do the right thing, since they have been doing the wrong thing for so long. Hello there. Can you hear me, by the way? Meanwhile, I have somebody on the line, and I believe you can hear me for whatever reason, or I can't hear you, sir or ma. So, good enough. So, I will try and then reconnect. Okay, I'll wait for the reconnection of that. So, yeah, tonight, we are happy that despite the effort of Nigeria to blacklist those they considered as a threat to the establishment, and among other lies they've told for so long. Now, all these lies falling off like pack of cards is not something that they will not want to put up a fight, like a fight back for. But every fight they push, every fight they pull to fight back the people who are tired of this rotten system, every of these fights has, sort of blown over their faces. I'm saying this. They try to intimidate Omo Yele Sowore. You know what happened? It blew over their faces. Their illegality caught up with them, and today, they were disgraced out of their own courts. They were picking innocent people here and there in Igbo land, outside Igbo land, accusing them of being an IPOB member that they are proscribed as a terrorist organization. But guess what? They every time those people appeared in court, yeah, they are caught, disgrace Nigeria out of the place, because all these things are just like witch hunting, profiling. Hello there. Hello, sir.
Hello, good evening, Maiyegun.
Good evening, brother. How are you?
I do. Good evening, sir.
Nice one. So, you are live, by the way, Baba. Sorry, your name?
Yeah, I know. My name is Anthony. I'm from my district.
Anthony.
Anthony
from Edo. Yeah. Brother.
Yeah.
How are you, sir?
I greet you, sir. I do. Baba, you need to do me. I said this over. Me, I just feel happy.
Thank you.
Because imagine Nnamdi Kanu na my own. They say me, I love my own.
God bless you.
So, and me, I love and support because this is Baba. I have to tell you, I just feel the better on my own.
So, we all deserve to kind of experience the world of freedom until Nigeria came and decided that they have to control the level of freedom we have or we enjoy. Now, the likes of Nnamdi Kanu, Oloye Sunday Igboho, and so many people like that, right, who have managed to speak up and consistently as well, right? They have encouraged people like us to continue to believe that if we remain united in that same voice, we can actually run these criminals out of town.
Of course. As easy as anything you can think about, but they don't want to in the future. They don't want people to do things normally. They want me everybody just do the way everybody said
they want us to day, like day your day. Where we put you here, stay
there. Sense, right? It don't make sense. Okay, when you check this, when you check all these things where they happen since all these days, if you should check the life of all these idiots where they cause in a political gurus. You get one thing with the vest me today. I say, man, I get one word will be tough. Obviously, man, I say, we will change from consumer to production. Let me ask myself. Let me ask myself, okay, you don't tell me anything when I want to hold. We will tell me, say, okay, I want to change now. First of all, Nigeria don't get 24/7 electricity. I be at the even 7 hours, they don't get. Place they will be say they never seen light since day one. Place like where me come from my dad, like Esa and Urum, especially. Many places they will never see that, so they know they get. I want to change that. You know, talk. Is that they could be campaign for such a my bros? Now, I go fire a lot.
Time will tell, Baba. Thank you so much, Anthony, for your time as well, Baba. Make a take another one. Oh, sorry. Why do I keep cutting them off? Sorry. So if I just ended your call there, you can try back again, okay? So I wanted to pick the call. I ended or cut off the call. So thank you so much. And if you are still here with us, especially on MaiyegunsDiary Politico on Facebook, you can follow my YouTube channel. It's been there for a while, and I'm trying to build it up and get, I've got over 500,000 people on Facebook, right? And I've got less than 60 or less than 70,000 people on the YouTube. So I've always wanted to encourage everybody to come on, go on there, add and make up, or balance up the platform, so to say, and I will be much grateful to you. Hello there.
Hello.
Oh, hello, sir. I think you managed to get back in.
Yes. Yeah, my name is John. I'm calling from US. This is my first time of calling you.
Hi,
yeah,
John.
I really enjoy your program. Yeah, I just want to make a comment.
Please.
Yeah, I just want to make a comment. Please. Like, is this a great news that this guy, Nnamdi Kanu, is discharged? But my fear is that, these people, I'm telling you, they don't want to release this guy. They are just looking for means to kill him, honestly. But if they do that, I think Nigeria is going to be on fire. They're not going to release him.
It's not going to be a tea party if that should happen. And we pray against that anyway. We pray that shouldn't, Baba.
Yes. That's my prayer. That is not bad. They're just looking for means, like, what they did to Abiola. You know, so I don't really know. This guy, they are just crazy in the north. But I pray that they don't go to that extent to kill this guy, honestly. It's just too much.
Because it's needless. It's needless. When you lock somebody up who did nothing, and then you begin to look for evidence to say, okay, he did this. Now, when you now try to bring out those evidence, people are now asking, but you locked him up, he's in jail. How did he do all of this from jail? It doesn't make any sense. They don't add up. It's like you said, their desperation may want them to even like go to that extreme end. And we hope they will never take that route.
That is my prayer. I hope they don't go to that end. But the people we are talking about, they are not normal.
They are not.
They are animals. The way they think, they are not normal. Yes, they are not normal. Anyway, thank you very much. I really enjoy your program.
Thank you so much for spending your evening with me, sir, or your afternoon over there in the US, sir. And you have a good one, sir, okay? You have a good one. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you very much, my brother. God bless you.
Yeah. So that's a good one. So, yeah. If you are still here watching, and you are watching on YouTube already, okay? Now you can. There's something we do on MaiyegunsDiary Politico. We call it offering. So what you do is that you go under the broadcast, okay? Close the chat. You will see the thumb there, like, and you can like there, and you can still share it if you haven't shared it already. So I am going to take another 1-2 minutes break, okay? When I get back, if I can still take 1 or 2 more calls. I will take them, or we can just call it a night. Okay, so don't go anywhere. I will be back in a minute again.
Oh, you do I call. Oh, Mary, Mama Nnamdi win the war. Python, Python, that's 2. Now Python, that's 3. Nnamdi win the war. Python, that's 1. Python, that's 2. Now Python, that's 3. Nnamdi go onye do I more. O Mary Wonizu Mbiroya Abakare Mama Ndamura Unapuri Mary Nnamdi win the war. Python, that's 1. Python, that's 2. Now Python, that's 3. Unapuri Mary Nnamdi win the war. Python, that's 1. Python, that's 2. Now Python, that's 3. Unapuri Mary Nnamdi win the war. Python, that's 1. Python, that's 2. Now Python, that's 3. Unapuri Mary Nnamdi win the war. Python, that's 1. Python, that's 2. Now Python, that's 3. Unapuri Mary Nnamdi win the war. Python, that's 1. Python, that's 2. Now Python, that's 3. Unapuri Mary Nnamdi.
Hello there, my brother. How are you?
Good, General. Now,
Yes,
me, they call you from California.
Sorry, say that again.
I just like talk to you. Now, me, na Sue. I'm there for California.
Sue, Baba. Now, so sorry. I didn't get, it's like you were saying something and then I was talking. I didn't hear you right. And I actually want to pick the first name. Grant, Baba.
Maiyegun, no worry. No worry. Today, not today.
Today, not today.
Today, not today. They don't enter one chance. Both to Malamu and Nyako. They're there for one chance. So. Because somebody
said they are sweating now, and it's either they quickly mellow down or they'll come out tomorrow with more mistakes, and it's just to dip them more in their shit, right?
Yes, now the more they do the thing what they do, the more demand they popular.
Yes.
And the more like Muhammad, nobody don't see him break light too. That woman where them put for Aso Rock or Onochie, where she there now?
Well,
nobody see them all. So they think say they want us to cow, where they go to run us like they do cattle rustling.
Yeah, this way, that way, push us like Mumu, Rago.
Exactly.
And if you don't move quick, they use their sonda. Pa. Really? In 2022, Iguado.
In this age, and watch all these people where they see. Even the Buhari himself, he's out of touch. He knows he use computer.
He know enough. Buhari know enough.
Now, he knows he use computer. Waiting be name Tinubu. That one no be. You don't know what to be uppercase and lowercase.
If Buhari no fit use computer, Tinubu no fit hold computer at all. Let's be honest. He no fit hold them at all.
All of them. I don't know how Nigerian people gonna allow people who don't die make they call resurrect. They tell them go left, go right.
Can't they show them direction?
But you know what? You know what? They give them strong mind. That military people, generals, where they behind.
Yes.
Where they give oil pipe.
Yes.
You see all these oil pipe, what they find for Delta. They said some people say they 58. Now the generals, now them behind it. So they use them to compensate them. Exactly. They use them compensate them so they no go fit come overthrow them. But the thing we say, everything will get beginning, it get end.
It get end.
So it get end now. End don't come.
Anything will get beginning, it get end. So the end will eventually come. Sure you get. But what kind of end it go come be for them? They lock Nnamdi Kanu up, Abi.
Exactly.
I said something earlier. I said, the people will lock him up, When Nnamdi Kanu is out, Nnamdi Kanu go to watch their trial on TV as well and say, look at them. They are going down. And they will never return back to Nigeria. Some are saying it's impossible, but just wait for it.
Maiyegun, you know, I said that one what they call Dave Omahe, that criminal, and that criminal what they call Uzodimba.
Hopeless Uzodimba.
They think say Buhari na God, but you don't know say these people need they smart to forget say they sleep for math. Then they smart. If you hear when Malamu talks, say every governor they in charge of anything where they happen, any insecurity where they happen for a state. And these people go to dangle these politics for their face. Them go to chase politics. When these people they carry Muslim and colonization and Islamization agenda, they do what they do.
Looting the treasury and then wasting all that stuff. Everybody still they carry causing insecurity everywhere, killing people. When they kill you, they tell people where kill you, they come from outside the country. Yes.
But they don't want to make you carry gun, wage your own, save yourself.
No.
But they go tell you if they come from outside the country. Then Lai Muhammad will come tell you, say nothing like answer. But now they prosecute police officers. I can't wonder. He said these police officers, they involved in answers. But now you Lai Muhammad, when a white man they interview, he talk say, he can't tell the white man say nothing like answers. Which kind of people are these people?
Mad people. 60 million mad people in Nigeria.
We not feel live with these people.
No.
I beg. We not feel live with these people, man. That be my story.
Yes.
No matter what happened. Everywhere for Eastern Nigeria and the shake.
My brother, sir, that is not a crime. Let the people decide.
It's not a crime.
Where they want to be
it's
or
not
to be.
A crime. It's your right.
It is your right.
It's your God-given right to say I belong here.
Yes.
If I don't want to be American anymore, I can say I don't want to.
You don't want to be American anymore. I'm going to be displaced and all that. As long as you are still within that legal, you can be anywhere. Why should you be killed for asking that you wanted something that is yours?
See me see wahala. If you go for Nigeria, for Eastern Nigeria, they carry all the full and they come from Nigeria, Senegalese, everywhere they come from. How do they take enter? Who they give them citizenship? Now, so in the wrong country.
I beg go. Now the same question, no.
Now, so in the wrong country.
It's a country, not a compound, People no fit allow strangers to enter their compound anyhow. When they enter the house, they open rooms, they will say them be trespassers. But terrorists are crossing the border of Nigeria. Rather than them to be treated as trespassers, as criminals, they are being taught on how to get land and control the waterways.
Anyhow,
which level
they go tell you, say, make you give up your land. And the one what the best people say, they go say them be Federal Republic. You know the meaning of Federal Republic?
Even the word federal in Nigeria is fraud. Because federal means something that has other parts that came together, can appoint one center. But in that center, now small of their power, then give that center. So that center can't be like, but in Nigeria,
the power being there
nothing. Now fraud now.
Now them they control military, make sure no foreign invaders. When they resources, now you go develop the resource more to the center. But they can't carry all this oil, can't they give all their casemen, their casemen will go, this company. Which kind?
Which level? And we want talk. They say we don't get say, we don't get choice because Nigeria is not negotiable. Papa, wala go day now. We will tell ourselves the truth now. Some people feel agree, but not everybody go agree now. Why people know they think?
Baba me, Baba me.
Yeah.
You see this God where they for heaven, That God dey. Make I tell you now, he dey.
I believe you.
He dey. You know when they tell Pharaoh make it calm down, Pharaoh no one calm down. God go give you length of rope. When the time come, he go to bring shame, they come your face. Before you know him, you go to say, what I get myself into? It's too late.
You go can't use the rope
now
and yourself, and that's it. Like
that's so now. Now where them day now? Malamu, you know what they do to Nigerians? They can't cage all the media. The media knows people tell you anything. No. All they want, that the news what they want give us. They want to make the media they give us. Now, so that they do, and so that you don't go know anything what they happen.
And
inside their pants,
how you won't take disagree, how you won't take reject them when you don't know.
Exactly. Inside their pants, they see all of them now. Nobody, they know they sleep.
So can we say that this appeal court judgment is like God giving them another rope to save themselves from drowning?
My brother, now the thing what they do now, the most primitive way of, if you want to make somebody belong with you, call them for table. You know, go in house, go kill people. No be to go kill people for in house. Who talk him? Mandela talk him. Since 2007, he said Nigerian youths are very stupid. How can you allow your leaders to be going after their own pocket? You should do what they call, is it a resolution or revolution? Revolution. What you're supposed to do. Since 2007, when you talk them. But all these criminals go just emanate from nowhere.
No, people like ask for respect. They will say, you know, the papa. Say now, so if you talk to your papa like that, I be you the mad, say my papa they see people money. Say my papa they see people budget. I be you the mad, you they steal our money. You they tell me say I no get respect. You they mortgage our future. You they tell me say I no get respect. I no get papa for house. Papa, you mad, Now so me I go react to. Maiyegun, go shoot me.
Which papa? Maiyegun, I say which papa?
Which papa? My
papa criminal be your papa. Criminal.
Bunch of
criminals. Carry our oil.
Don't talk to me, Abielda.
Buhari carry our oil. Go put for Niger. You don't feel be refinery for us. Then he go tell you it's easy to sell it from there. Who they give account of that one?
Nobody. So when you talk, they say you need to respect elders. You need to respect elders. Baba, you the mad, Shey you the crazy, You are mortgaging our future. You are making us destitute. You are making us slaves all over the world. We are being treated like a
Are you kidding me?
You they ask me respect.
Are you kidding me?
I swear for you. Now so me are the bio, Baba. When anybody tells me,
are you kidding me? We are in the jet age, Maiyegun. This jet age where we dey.
Yeah.
They must run. All of them, even in Miloko, they go run.
It's a matter of time.
They're all criminals. It's just a matter of time.
It is just a matter
now,
of time.
If they come, the advice I go give them,
now
to do what they call referendum peacefully, because people when you kill their family, even if Biafra come, they go still come after you, or Yoruba come, they still come after you.
You know
they never they sleep. Stop tears. When you finish their brother,
Baba.
They go come your side though. It never end though.
One more before I call it a night. Because I feel like I they miss out
here.
Now waiting when I tell me they listen to right now. You know what I mean? I feel like they miss something out there where they go on. Something they go on. But whatever it is, make I take one more call. Call it a night,
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Thank you very much. So this is this is where I'm thinking we should draw the curtains. But I'm also hoping that I could take one more call before I call it a night. So here we go. Hello there.
Hey, Uncle Maiyegun.
Yes, sir. How are you?
I'm all right, you?
Fantastic. I'm great. Thanks for asking. So, you are my last caller tonight, and the level where you smile, Baba, it makes me feel like, I'm going to be speaking to one of the coolest person, and I can wrap up after you. So, how are you, sir?
That's good. I'm all right. My name is Kate. I'm calling from Toronto, Canada.
From Toronto, Canada. Baba, thank you so much for joining us. So, here we go.
Yeah. Maiyegun, for some time, do I say that one of the universities that I've been listening to has been on site, and that is Nnamdi Kanu. And the two universities I'm talking about is the University of Maiyegun General and
the College of Maiyegun or the University of the Temple of Truth.
I'm telling you honestly, to be honest with you, because I am saying that because I stood in Nigeria up to university level. And to be honest with you, what I've been able to learn about Nigeria, about my country, what's supposed to be my country, right? In your show and Nnamdi Kanu, it was not even my university taught me while I was in university.
Wow.
You understand?
Thank you.
And I was just at work. To be honest with you, I'm calling you from work, right? It was my friend that called me today. Have you heard of that? Have you heard of that Nnamdi Kanu, blah, blah, blah? I say, what? You know, because I usually tell him, like,
right.
See these people. The people are all these our politicians, you know.
Playing all of us, believing that they are so smart, and that's how it's going to be forever.
They like their life. They like their life past anybody.
Exactly. Because they believe their own lies too. And that's actually the saddest part. Oh, they lie, then they believe the lie. You get what I mean?
Exactly.
Like they will face you face to face and say, Shati, try me. Haven't we tried? At least it's true that I promised you 1 million job and 10 million of you have lost your jobs. But do you forget that I created another 100,000 job elsewhere? About which one now? We've lost, we are losing.
You imagine, if you know this in Nigeria, you're seeing,
exactly.
You know, that they are describing like this.
You know, a level whereby you are living in Nigeria and they are telling you that Nigeria is progressing, is improving, things are getting better, and you are a dear in that Nigeria, and you're like, wait, which Nigeria are they talking about? Because I'm here. Exactly. Are they here? What are they talking about? I don't understand. They say Nigeria is getting better, but I'm here. I don't get better. That's the Nigeria they are building, where everybody will be confused and say, maybe it's my fault that my life is not better.
Yeah, I don't know if you listened to Buhari, one of those days that he had one interview. I don't know what they were asking him. He said something about after he said he don't even want anybody to call him to come to court and all that.
He said he will put everything in the handover notes. That once he leave, he doesn't want anybody to call him to come and explain anything. No. Buhari, they will call you. You will explain everything. But he was already sending the warning. Nobody should try and call me. Anything I give you, say I do. Just take it like that. Don't come back and say you are probing. But we'll go see, Baba. It's true. He said that.
Yeah, exactly. So that is to tell you that those guys, they love their life. You understand me? And that is when they are killing people, I keep on asking, do they realize that the way they value their life is the same way these people value, no matter how you want to, no matter the way you want to describe them, how poor or whatever, everybody values him or her life. You know what I mean? So now, I've been saying that I've always had this feeling, I don't know if I'm wrong, that Buhari will release Nnamdi Kanu before he leaves.
Just to save face. I also believe that, but I also kind of feel like there's so much at stake, right? They have gone too far. That if tomorrow morning they release Nnamdi Kanu, somehow I feel like indeed they want to put an end to what they are doing because they know it's going to consume them. But they have gone too far, to back down. Like normal. Sure you get. They've done worse things.
Yeah.
But a saving face for Buhari to start with, releasing Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally. Everything else can follow. I believe that.
Yeah, somebody was telling me, when the UN Council, blah, 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 on human rights did that investigation and come up with those things. That person told me, like, why we want to use that to say, I didn't know about this until UN, blah, 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 came up with it. That was why I decided to release Nnamdi Kanu. Because he knows that when he hands over, that one day they will come after him.
Of course now.
You understand? So, when things like this happen, people comes up with so many these and so many that. You understand me? But the point I want to make this night is this, Maiyegun. I so much appreciate you for what you're doing.
Thank you.
And keep on doing what you're doing. You understand me? Because this will not just go unnoticed. There are a lot of people will come against you. Certainly, that's for sure, right?
I'm used
but
to
there are
them,
millions
and
of us.
I've learned to be. Yeah, I've learned to always stay safe anyway. So, thank you. Well,
yeah. So please keep it on. We are enjoying it, and we will support you.
God bless you too.
In any little way we can. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. And, say me well to our people in Toronto and everybody who is watching from that part as well. I'm going to see you some other time. I just want to make sure that when I come next time on this program, I want to come here so happy, buzzing, because maybe I've even spoken to Nnamdi Kanu himself. Like something that would be like, is real, is here. Now let's build on it. Thank you so much, Baba, for your time. So you have a good one. All right. Good night. Now, this is where I'm going to draw the curtains. Okay. I wish we could go on a little bit further, but my time and a few other things popping up would not. I'm going to see you some other time. Okay. If you are just joining us, I did my best in this broadcast to explain to you what that judgment really means and what we expect them to do and what we also preempt them of what they would likely do. Whatever happens. Today happened to be a day that, again, Nnamdi Kanu defeated the terrorist gatekeeping Nigeria in their own court. That if they allow his trial for just 1 week, Nnamdi Kanu will trash everyone trying to, to pin a crime on him. A referendum is not a crime. Nigeria is just a crime scene where criminals that can't find any evidence of your crime, they can manufacture one, including if they have to kill innocent people. Do not let their propaganda always get to you. If their propagandas have gotten to you in the past, right? I have done my best so many times. I've done my best so many times on this platform to keep reminding you that they are spending a lot to make sure that they control your mind. They control what you hear. They control what you see in order to drive a narrative that will continue to make you live in the fear that they created. Now, to be out of that fear is to see them for whom they are, criminals. And I don't think any of you will actually be so comfortable to be led by criminals the day you actually accept that these rogues are rogues, these rogues are crooked, these rogues are criminals. I don't think you feel comfortable anymore. That is where the obedience comes in. Like people said, continue what you are doing. Whatever propaganda they push about this or that, the bottom line is that yes, you want to save Nigeria. We have told you can't, but there is no harm in trying. Keep trying, keep pushing. Last, when the establishment shows you who they are, when they show to you that no, you can't change them, we'll then see if you are going to just walk away or keep quiet or remain silent forever, or you are going to get energized enough to say no. This time around, no. And we mean it, no. Then you will value the preachings of Nnamdi Kanu, the preachings of the likes of Maiyegun, the education and the enlightenment you have picked up over the years about the system that they continue to lie to you about anyway, right? They will come handy. When they come handy, right, you will use them. And all of us will participate in that freedom struggle, which makes the likes of Oloye Sunday Igboho, Omoyele Sowore, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and every other, right-thinking humans who have rejected oppression and the suppression so far. Yeah, that will be the moment that you will see the united front against a common enemy, a system that treats us like garbage, that treats us like slaves, that treats us like statistics, a system that doesn't even recognize you as a citizen. One day, the force will be united against that same system, and we will then break free. I'm speaking like a prophet, am I not? Don't worry. I say that all the time because I so believe in every word I said. Every word I said, I believe in it. I just believe that the whole thing is gathering, the momentum is gathering, the ingredients are coming together, and then eventually there will be a day, as they say, where monkey go market, go come back. I'll go sleep. I'll see you some other time, okay? You should all have a good evening. And before you go, right, like, share, and subscribe onto my channel. And next time I come around, you and I will have another scintillating, fascinating, entertaining, educating, and whatever thing you can come up with. Again, just same feeling. And good night from here.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun Diary Nayibi #1. Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun Diary Nayibi #1. Maiyegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú. Maiyegun Diary Nayibi #1. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Maiyegun Diary Nayibi #1. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Maiyegun já wa sí. Maiyegun Diary Nayibi #1. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun Diary Nayibi #1. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Maiyegun máa wí. Maiyegun Diary Nayibi #1. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun Diary Nayibi #1. Maiyegun Diary Politico. Maiyegun Diary Nayibi #1. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Maiyegun. Maiyegun Diary Nayibi #1. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgbọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Maiyegun Diary Nayibi #1. Àní Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun Diary Nayibi #1. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Bí gómìnà gbówó jẹ. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí.